had some incredible rallies and incredible times, and I hear we're doing very well in Florida, we're doing very well in Arizona, we're doing incredibly well in Texas. I'm hearing we're doing well all over. I hear the lines are amazing. The lines have been amazing. And I think we're going to have a great night. We're going to have a great night. And we're going to have, much more importantly, we're going to have a great 4 years. But I want to thank everybody. It's a tremendous group of people. Come on over here. This is the media. They're very nice. They treat us as Come on over. Kaylee, everybody, come on over. Young, attractive people that know politics. And someday, some of the people in this room, I predict, some of them will be president, I hope. But they've been working very hard. And I know you'll be here all night. And I think you're going to see some tremendous results. And, you know, we had rallies. There was love at those rallies. And there's never been rallies like that. There has never been. And I say it in front of the media. And they can check it. They can fact check it if they want. But there's never been anything like we just had. And I think a combination of the debate, maybe the debates, but the debate, certainly the second debate, and the rallies were, it was a good combination, and I think we took off. So it's been really good. I want to just thank everybody in the room. You see these people, we travel with these people. They're extremely nice, and they respect very much what we've done. Actually, I think they do. If you want to know the truth, I think they do. Yeah, please.
How are you feeling today, Mr. President?
I feel very good. After doing that many rallies, the voice gets a little bit choppy, I think. God did not design it for that much, but you know, look, we did a lot of them. We did actually 6 the last day because one finished at 2 in the morning. So I put it on, so we did 5 plus sort of 1. But we did a lot, and no, I feel great, really good.
If you win tonight, what's your message to Americans who didn't vote for you?
Everybody should come together, and I think success brings us together. We're going to have a tremendous success. We had 33.1% up in growth, GDP, and nobody's ever seen a number like that. The last time the number was less than half, and I think that was in 1952. So we doubled up the number, more than doubled up the number. I think we're set for tremendous success, and success is going to bring unity. And it was bringing it before, and then we got hit with the China virus, and that certainly you had to go back, and I think we've done an incredible job with respect to that, other than public relations, and I'm not sure that it's possible to convince you of it, because, you know, you people were not really convincible no matter what we did, but we've done an incredible job, not only in handling it. Don't forget, we were expecting, and people were projecting, 2.2 million people. We closed up the greatest economy in the history of the world for any country, not just for our country. And we are now opening it up. We saved more than 2 million lives and did an incredible job with therapies and therapeutics and with, I think, maybe cures, because frankly, some of this stuff is so good. But if you look at the ventilator situation, we had a ventilator problem. And now with all the work that everybody's done, including Jared, people coming in from Silicon Valley, and now we're sending the ventilators all over, all over the world now, all over the world. We're producing them for other countries. But it's been an incredible period of time. And I think that if you look at, and I say it proudly, we are rounding the corner, but the vaccines are coming out very soon. They're having tremendous success. Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, Pfizer, and we're going to have we're going to have a very special year. Next year, I think, is going to be more successful than it was last year. We had the best year we've ever had last year, and I think we're going to be right in that category for next year. So that's very successful.
Mr. President, have you read an acceptance speech and a concession speech?
No, I'm not thinking about concession speech or acceptance speech yet. Hopefully, we'll be only doing one of those two. And you know, winning is easy. Losing is never easy. Not for me, it's not. But I think we have, when you see rallies, the likes of which in the history of this country, probably in the history of the world, nobody's ever seen before. There's a tremendous love going on in this country. And there's really a tremendous unity. There's a tremendous unity. Nobody's ever seen that, where you take an airport and the airport's not big enough to hold the crowds. Nobody's ever seen a thing like that. And Our opposition, as you know, would have a few people sitting in circles, and that's okay. That's not abnormal. That's not abnormal, actually. I mean, that's the way it is. But we would get crowds of 50,000 people, 45,000 people, more. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. So it was an honor. They're great people. These are people that they appreciate what we did, and they also remember before I got there and before we all got there. This group has been with me. A lot of them are very young, but they've been with me, many of them, for a long time, right? A long time. And I really came here to thank you all, and then I'm going to say, and get immediately back to work. Well, we spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania. It's always been a very good place for me. I went to college there. It's always been good. I think Pennsylvania is very important. Florida is very important, obviously. A lot of people talked about Texas, and Texas is, we will have a tremendous victory there based on, everything that you see. This is no longer polls. This is now we're looking at what's happening. It'll be a tremendous victory in Texas. I'm hearing we're doing tremendously well in Arizona. I think we're doing well all over, yeah.
When do you think we'll know a winner, and should every vote be counted, no matter how long it takes?
Well, I think you'll know possibly tonight, depending on the extent of a victory. I think you could know tonight. I think the ruling on Pennsylvania was an unfortunate one by the Supreme Court, because I think we should know what happens on the night. Let people put their ballots in earlier. But you have to have numbers. You can't have these things delayed for many days and maybe weeks. You can't do that. The whole world is waiting. This country is waiting, but the whole world is waiting. And a lot of shenanigans, a lot of bad things happen with ballots when you say, oh, let's devote days and days, and all of a sudden the ballot count changes. And you take a look at Philadelphia, the history of Philadelphia politics. No, I don't put people on their honor code. I don't think it's right, and I think it's a very dangerous thing that they've done with that decision. And maybe their wisdom will change that decision, or maybe we'll go back and give them a right to change it. But that's it's a very dangerous decision for this country, what they did with Pennsylvania, and some others also. You have to have a date, and the date happens to be November 3rd, and we should be entitled to know who won on November 3rd. And if somebody comes along and puts a ballot in way late, they shouldn't be. They should put the ballot in earlier. There's no reason why they can't put the ballot in 2 weeks earlier or 1 week earlier. I think it's a very dangerous decision for our country. In many ways, dangerous, in many ways. Yeah.
Will you speak to the American people tonight, regardless of the outcome or not?
Well, I may. I mean, we're going to have to see. We have a big night planned. We're going to have a very big night. I just think we're going to have a tremendous, I think we're going to have, look, I'm looking at different locations, and we're seeing lines of people, and they're wearing a lot of red material, including hats. But no, we're seeing in certain areas that would be Trump areas, we're seeing lines of people that are extended for miles. You're seeing it too. I mean, you don't have to say it, but you're seeing it too. So I think we're going to have a great night. But it's politics and it's elections, and you never know. I can say that Texas, Arizona, a few of them are looking really very, very strong. Florida, looking very, very strong. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars in Florida. But the people of Florida, they know I love them and they love me. You know, we just have a automatic bond. Yeah, please.
What do you think in Florida, especially in terms of seniors? Are you worried about any slippage there, or do you think?
No, I don't think we're going to have any slippage. I think we're going to have, look, my relationship to seniors. I happen to be a senior. I don't want to say that too loud in this group. People that are averaging about 20 years old. But I don't think we're going to have anything. I think, if anything, we're going to do very well. I have seen, and we have seen, African Americans way up, and Hispanic Americans way up, and people have seen that. And, you know, I've said with regard to African American, the black community, I've done more than any other president, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln. And sometimes I say, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln, but let's give him a lot of credit, right? But I've done more than any other president in the history of this country for African American, the black community. And they understand it. Criminal justice reform, prison reform, historically black colleges and universities. You look at what we've done. Opportunity zones with Tim Scott of South Carolina, who's great. Nobody's done what I've done in terms of the African American community. So, and they see it. And they're tired of being used by the Democrats for 100 years. I mean, it's like been 100 years. So I think we're doing very well there, and I've heard we're doing very well with the Hispanic community.
Did you put any of your own money into your campaign?
What's that?
Did you put any of your own money into your campaign?
Well, you'll see that in the filings. But we had plenty of money, I will tell you. We had plenty of money. And what I didn't do is call up Wall Street and say, send me $25 million to the head of every firm. I could have done that. I would have been the all-time king of fundraising if I did that. But once you do that, you can no longer deal properly with them. You just can't. So I didn't do that. We could have done that. I could have raised much more money. I mean, Hillary Clinton spent much more money than I did. And in this case, when they raise that much money, that means to me they're making deals. And that can happen. So thank you very much. We'll maybe see you later. Have an exciting day. And for you, I just appreciate everything you've all done, and we'll see you soon, okay?